here from Department of Chemical Engineering. We are going to explain the experiment in the HT lab. The aim is to determine the thermal conductivity of a metal rod.
This is the heater. In this we are going to heat the water. In this vessel we have copper rod, and this copper rod consists of is heated at the one end, and this copper rod is conducted at the other end. And in this equipment, the heat transfer is mainly due to axial conduction and steady state. The heat transfer at the copper rod is equal to the heat conduction at the heat conduction by the water.
I am going to explain the thermal conductivity of metal rod apparatus. Apparatus consists of metal rod, one end of which is heated and electrical shift, and the other end is by cooling water. The middle portion is consists of metal rod surrounded by a cylindrical shell which is filled with ashes and insulating powder. Then the temperature sensors are provided, 6 temperatures are provided, and it is connected with the dimmer start, and this is a dimmer start and operation. And the dimmer start provides the for controlling the heat input water under constant head conditions. It is circulated through a temperature. Temperature rises are loaded here.
Make sure, I am going to explain about the procedure of the thermal conductivity of the metal rod. Make sure you close all the waves V1 and V2 before starting the experiment. Connect continuous water supply to the inlet of the water from here. Then make sure that all the mains are off before starting the experiment. Then connect the electricity to the apparatus and switch on the main on and off over there, and on the water, and then the water will be passed through the inlet. We are going to make sure we have to wait for the 10 minutes, and we are going to note down the temperatures. We are going to note down the temperature. Before that, we are going to set over the temperatures here for the heating over the water which is passed through the metal rod. We are going to note down the temperatures from here in T1, T2, T3, T4. We are going to start it from the 0, and we are going to complete here at till T7, where T7 is the temperature of the inlet and T8 is the temperature of the outlet. We are going to make sure we are going to make sure that from the difference between each reading is exactly the 10 minutes. We should use the stopwatch to make sure that we are going to use the stopwatch for the 10 minutes for calculating the exact value of the thermal conductivity of the metal rod. Make sure after completing your experiment to off all the main switches where it does not cause any further effects to the lab. And now you are going to, when the experiment is over, make sure that the dimmer is again set to its original position. Stop the water supply by closing the wave 1. Wave 1. Next, now before starting the experiment, you have to calculate the flow rate by using the measuring cylinder and your stopwatch, so that at what time of flow rate you are going to calculate all the temperatures according to this.
Okay, the industrial applications of thermal conductivity of metal rod is heat sinks. Like in heat sinks, example electronic devices such as CPUs and LEDs, which help in preventing of overheating. And another application is heat exchanger. In heat exchanger, the transfer of heat will be occurring between the fluids. And also another application is it is used in cooking utensils. And it also acts as a cooling system for maintaining of the optimal operating temperature. And also it is used in industrial piping.
Second one, even temperature distribution, the thermal conductivity of heat to distribute heat even throughout the advantages of thermal conductivity is efficiency of metals like copper or aluminium to conduct excellent heat, and even temperature distribution
Hello everyone. if I am going to say about the disadvantage of thermal conductivity rod, so on the passage of water, we may get the metal rod may get rust and corrosion due to the passage of water. So, and the next thing is metals are quickly upon the heat production, upon the supply of it may get too hot and it may get a different shape. It can change into different shape. And next one is due to the thermal expansion of it, it may get a cracking or blending of the metal rod.